Hi, I'm David Norris, and I'm serving up the perfect podcast, Pompey Platter with Russ, Daz and Haz. Play up, Pompey!
Murphy scores! A magnificent goal! That's just wonderful from Josh Murphy! Shaughnessy, great saving! Shaughnessy at the near post! Chance for Colby Bishop over the goalkeeper, off the post and into the back of the net! Colby Bishop! Lang's got his fourth! A fourth for Callum Lang!
Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Pompey Platter podcast, Season 2, Episode 14, Déjà Blue. I am Russ and I'm joined as always by Az and Daz. How are we?
Hello.
Hi, I'm Darren from Winchester.
Hasn't got the same ring to it.
How are you, lads, alright?
Yeah, better after last night. It was a better. We'll get into it, but it was a better showing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm still fapped off we didn't win, but there you go. But we'll get on to that. So, we're going to look at, probably briefly at the Birmingham game, a little bit more in depth to last night's game against Wrexham, before moving on to the whole game the weekend. And then we got the usuals of Taskmaster. Daz has got his blind rankings and has his Who Am I?
Daz's last ever blind rankings.
Yes.
Going to move on.
Because he's sacked.
I just felt it was getting just a bit, because I was trying to come up with new ideas and it's quite hard for that, to be honest. And I wanted to keep it more Pompey related, so I've decided to go down a different route for another game, but it's going to be just as good, as you guys know.
Yeah, no problem, no worries.
We'll keep the suspense and not tell you, so you have to go a couple of weeks without knowing.
Exactly.
Oh, how are we going to live? Ooh.
Right, let's crack on with the Birmingham game then, shall we? I think the moment we all saw the lineup, we knew it was doomed. Am I right or wrong?
Well, I wasn't feeling like too doomed, because obviously I know a lot of people had been screaming out for some changes, the likes of Bishop being dropped, Chaplin and things like that. The one thing, and I thought this before kickoff, well, the one thing I was really worried about was Boat at left back. I just didn't understand that. The rest of the changes you can kind of understand if he wants to freshen things up, but for Boat's first start of the season, 2 seasons, isn't it really, because he's been out.
He started against Reading, but first league start.
The thing is, I just don't understand why someone like Williams didn't start left back. Like, he played, obviously, first half and second half yesterday. That was the one change that really got me, and I think it showed in the first half. I mean, Birmingham were coming at us from all angles, but I think predominantly down our left-hand side was a real issue.
I think the reason he did was because otherwise we would have literally had 4 right-footers across the whole back line. And then it's not ideal that we've already got 2 right-footers at centre-half. And then you're playing another right-footer at left-back. I think he wanted at least one person on their right side, on that left side, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was it not the right thing to do to go to a back 3 against Birmingham then?
Well, that's kind of what people were calling for, and to me, it's what would have made sense, because you had a free week in the build-up up to it, didn't you? From last weekend, you had a whole week to work on moving to a back 3, and a 3-4-3 is what we played against Wrexham. You had that time on the training ground to do it, rather than against Birmingham, you still play that kind of too static, boring, rigid 4-2-3-1 with no fluidity, and then you choose the game after that where Sunday's going to be a debrief / day off. They might come in just to kind of talk through it. You're not going to be on the training ground, or the players that played won't be. And then you've only got Monday. Luckily, it's on a Wednesday, so you've got Monday and Tuesday to kind of get on the training pitch and kind of implement it, but you've got less time to get the players used to it. Whereas if before the Birmingham game you had a bit more time, it would have made more sense for that personally.
I think Russ might have dropped out, but
I think Russ has gone.
Well, what I was going to say, obviously, following on from that, is that maybe it's like, obviously, it's never ideal going away from home and changing a system and things like that. Maybe John Messino thought, let's get through the Birmingham game and then change it when we're at home, like, you know, in home comforts, like, it's a bit different. Like, but I don't know. Yeah, the problem is, obviously, I think it was too many, like, square pegs and round holes, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And going to Birmingham away, I know they haven't really started as they probably thought they would have started. I mean, if you look at their players, like they've got good quality all over the pitch. So I mean, look at like their wingers, Patrick Robertson, Damari Gray, like two players that obviously played Premier League football, like top end Championship football. Damari Gray, obviously, he's been abroad. So especially for Boat, you're asking him to go up against Patrick Roberts, who's an unbelievable winger, unbelievable seasoned winger at that. And I think Messina just asked too much of the players that came in, and it showed because we were absolutely all over the place in that first 5-10 minutes. I thought the penalty save might have settled us and got us going, but I mean, if anything, it just kept us at that level, which was crazy.
Well, I mean, we almost conceded within 30 seconds, didn't we? When Bursic gave the ball away, it just seemed very like rabbit in headlights from minute one. I think, obviously, I know a lot of people were suggesting, including myself, towards I said last week I felt Bishop needed to be dropped just as a reset, not because he's not good enough. Chaplin needed probably to be dropped, or he needed to be played in the 10, which he kind of was against Wrexham. But there was with Ogilvie coming out as well because he was ill. There was too many, as you said, there was too many square pegs in round holes, and it was just too much. And it's just especially when you've got. Okay, you've got Yang, you've got Bianchini. Why aren't you playing one of them on the wing instead? Okay, Bianchini isn't particularly great right now and hasn't shown enough, but at least you'd be playing someone in their natural position. And I get also, with Ogilvie, you can't help that kind of last minute. It clearly would have played if he was fit. Doesn't help that Jacob Farrell can't. He might as well not be here because he's just injured all the time. That you can kind of cope with, but playing Kozlowski on the right wing when you've got wingers available doesn't make sense. And it just kind of felt, it kind of looked like, will we play a back three? But it just didn't work. From minute one, we were all over the place. And their first goal, we literally had a warning. What was it? The corner before, where Paik literally had a free header, was saved or went round the post. Bursic went mental, no, who the fuck's marking him? Marlon Pack told him to get back in his goal, which isn't ideal. And then we conceded literally another corner, and he scored because he was free again.
Yeah, and the thing is, that the first time, obviously he was free and he should have scored. Like you could see it on the replays, and I think Guy Whitnam said it, that how they're trying to like push everyone into the 6-yard box. And after the first time it happened, surely someone like you've got Marlon Pack, John Swift, seasoned pros, like lads who played majority of their career Championship football. How can they not see that? You don't need a set piece coach to tell you, well, that happened the first time. Surely, if they try and do it again, there's got to be something happening there. The players, you've got like a coach and everyone like that can only make certain amount of influence a certain amount of the game. You've got to rely on the players on the pitch to make certain decisions.
Yeah, well, Bursic tried to do that, and Marlon Pack told him to shut up and get back in his goal.
Yeah, exactly. So that's something. Obviously, I hope that was looked at and Thing going
But
forward.
as a captain, also, no, I'm not going to go and hammer Marlon here. But as a captain, he should be, especially a goalkeeper, he should be listening to that keeper and kind of taking it upon himself to go, right, whatever Michael Doyle's decided that doesn't work because he's crap at set pieces, whatever he's decided, Marlon is the captain. He should be going, right, you come away from the front post, or can I take him off your front post, Bursic, and stick him on the edge of the box or something, you know? He's got to be able to take that decision, and Bursic tried to, vent what was going on. And you can only do so much as your keeper. He's not going to be able to come out. He can't come out 18 yards to come to the edge of the box to get the ball.
Well, that's the thing. He couldn't have come out anyway because they packed that 6-yard box. So he was
Yeah.
never. And they're two centre backs, the big blonde lad, and I can't remember the other mate. I can't remember even names. I just called him Big Blonde Lad. That's what his actual name.
Lara.
Yeah, and for a keeper to try and get through them to get to the ball, it's never going to happen anyway. Because he could come out and maybe try and get a free kick from it, which keepers tend to do that and get free kicks because if they're blown out, they go down. But it's not just Pack. He's again Swift. You got Paul on the pitch. Like these are again seasoned pros played enough football. They should be able to spot some dangers or spot it the second time. The first time it happens, you can kind of take it on the chin. But the fact it happened literally straight away afterwards,
Yeah.
that's not good enough. That's not good enough. But there we are. And after that, I don't know whether obviously I think Birmingham might have took their foot off the pedal a little bit, but we did grow into the game, and I thought going in at half time 1-0 down. Like I've always said, when you're away from home, just stay in the game. Whether it's 1-0, just stay in the game because you never know. Even if you're playing really badly, if you can bring on like a Murphy and things like that and just create some magic, you can maybe nick a point. But obviously that
And
went straight downhill, Tazi.
at that point, it felt quite similar to the Leicester game, where Leicester kind of came on strong, had a couple of early chances, obviously got the goal, and obviously Birmingham scored even earlier than Leicester did. But the fact that we kind of grew into it and had a bit more towards the end of the first half, and you go in 1-0 down, and you think, right, fuck me, we've been awful. 30 seconds in, Bursic gives the ball away and should score. Stanfield misses. It wasn't a penalty anyway, I don't think, but Stanfield misses the penalty, then completely does a complete air shot on the follow up.
That's because he's shit.
There is that. But, they've had so many chances and we managed to ride a bit of luck. Let's get in at half time and let's go out and, get back into it like we did against Leicester. We came out and we were largely the better team against Leicester. But this game, we just folded. They brought on, they took off Patrick Roberts at half time and brought on Keshi Anderson. But we just folded and we were just awful.
The whole thing was wrong from the moment we kicked off. It was just one of them, I point the finger at Messino. I think he gave in to fan pressure. If you're going to drop a Chaplin or Bishop, you don't drop both. You do one or the other and it proved it. It's got nothing to do with Bishop and Chaplin. It was the way we play. Because, when we move on to Wrexham, it's like watching a completely different team. I never doubted Chaplin. I never doubted Bishop. I said it enough times. You play the right way in the players in the right position, you'll get results. And it's overcomplicating football. One of my pet hates about the modern game, well, not necessarily modern game, because what I'm about to say has been going on for years, but you're going on about the corners and zonal marking. I think we do half and half is the worst thing one of the worst things in football. I don't get. No one has ever told me what you benefit from zonal marking. It's awful. Most teams that do it are awful at defending set pieces. So why do teams do it? I don't get it.
It doesn't necessarily bother me whether we do zonal or man marking. It's more the fact that we do a mixture of both. Just do one or just because you get people well, I'm following him, but you're coming into my area. I've always preferred man marking because
100%.
If Regan Paul is marking Clara, for example, I don't know if he was for their goal, But if he's marking him and Clara scores, you can turn around and Regan, you're a fucking idiot. You're to blame for it. By the way, I'm not saying he was. I can't actually remember, and I'm trying to eradicate this game from my brain. But whoever's marking is at fault. You have zonal. He goes, "Oh, he was in my area." Oh, like fuck off. Just get on with it. Man to man, done.
What I did like about the way we set up defending corners when we had Sean Raggett was that it looked like majority of it was picking up, and Raggett was the only player that was left by himself. To like
And that's fine, isn't it? Like, you don't
basically
want
he
the odd player.
That's
he could go and
okay.
win it, but that's the problem. We don't have a Sean Raggett as someone as good in the air as him. Like, I mean, we've got like Bishop and things like that who are good in the air, but like as a defense, like being defensively good in the air, is so much different to like any other part of the pitch, because you have to time it absolutely spot on 99% of the time. Because if you don't, it creates a situation for the opposition team. We just don't have that, and like zonal marking, we could do both and things like that. It depends on what works for the players you've got. Like,
I just think zonal.
I don't
I've
like it.
never seen a team or a manager or a coach explain the benefits of zonal marking and I go, oh yeah. I just don't get. It was brought in. I think it was Gerard Houllier or Rafa Benitez that brought in this fucking zonal marking. It was definitely Liverpool. And other teams started copying it, but they were awful defending. I could never get my head around it. Man to man or one player that, like a Raggett, whatever, it's fine. But half and half or full zonal, big no for me. And
What
also,
do you?
you're talking about Bursic. He should be I've said a million times before. I played in goal. I coach a team. I tell the goal. It's your goal. It's your goal to defend it. You want to play on the line. You want to play on the back post. You want to play on that man. You fucking tell them. Doing.
Well, he
Not
was.
some set piece coach. Oh, fucking Michael. I'm sorry, Doyle, but you're shit. I mean, you can't. Whoever we used to be pretty decent, to be honest, weren't we?
I mean, we were okay. We weren't amazing.
No, but attacking wise, there was a point where we always that was like a real danger was corners, and even that's gone. It just, I just don't understand the thinking. Bursic should have more say than anyone else on that pitch. That's his goal. He needs to defend it, and if he can see someone not doing something right, the players should be listening to him. It's the only time a player outranks the captain on the pitch is the keeper.
Especially at a point like that.
Yeah, setting up walls. We talked about it with the Sheffield Wednesday goal. I don't care what Michael Doyle said or whatever. Killip is in charge of that free kick, and it's Bursic's trying to tell everyone, and everyone's ignoring him because they got a set piece coach. These set piece coaches need to fucking go in the bin. I'm telling you, it's just.
There's nothing wrong with having a set piece coach. It's just not working with Doyle.
I don't mind an attacking set piece coach, but a defensive one, I'm sorry, you don't. As I said, it should be more down to the keeper and where he wants his defenders to be.
And also, when you're defending set pieces, like how do you know the calls and the sort of the way they're setting up and that kind of stuff? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I suppose you research, you
Yeah,
watch every corner they have. Don't
but
you?
then if just say from a corner you've got 5 different set pieces, how are we going to know what one's which and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, every team has codes, don't they? They lift the ball up in the air.
But they could just
They
mix it up
bounce
every
it.
time.
They
Do you mean?
put a left arm up. They put a right arm up, and and it changes weekly.
Yeah, you'd mix it up. So it's like, again, attacking set pieces. Yeah, definitely have a set piece coach. I mean, it doesn't hurt, I suppose, to have a defending set piece coach, but I think that defending set pieces, I think, need to be a bit more simplistic. But do you know what I mean? Just sort of, you set up, you know, what the other team's strengths are, as in the players that are better in the air. You'll know that an hour and 15 minutes now, isn't it, before kickoff? And you set up to make sure that those players as taking out as much as possible, and then you just have to kind of deal with the rest. At the end of the day, it's never going to be perfect, and it can't always be perfect because they're all human beings and stuff like that. There's so many different variables. But if you can just plan as well as possible and get the right players in those right positions at that time, then whatever happens after that happens, and it comes down to who wants it more in a way.
Yeah, and I'm old fashioned like I always am, and that's it used to just be the biggest player marked the biggest player, and it was man to man, and that was it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was it used to work, but then you get everyone trying to overcomplicate the game. Like I said, play your best players in their best positions in the best way that suits the team, and you'll get results. It's simple as that. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we move on with the Birmingham game?
No, we were just really, really shit, and it was like watching last season away from home, wasn't it?
I just feel really sorry for the fans that go travelling, to be honest. Like, you know, they deserve better than that from the player and from Messina, to be honest, because, you know, I'm glad he did what he did, and we got onto that, because I was really starting to worry, and I've brought up in here a few times of, you know, has he lost the plot? You know, is he, you know, because I've never had to question the man. But this season, I've got a list that I can go, and I've never had a list on him, ever. But I'll save the list for another day, because he's restored my faith a little bit. Because us not winning was not on Messina yesterday. That was on, we just couldn't put the ball in the net.
Yeah, 100%.
Right, so Wrexham last night, team was released. We guessed it was a back three, but couldn't quite work out Murphy until we were told it was a 3-4-3. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Positive changes in my eyes were LaRue coming in, because I think I said it last week. I'm starting to wonder if Pack's becoming less effective lately. I feel teams have just realised all you got to do is just mark him out of the game, and there's nothing he can do.
I think also where, you know, he came back against Ipswich, he's just come back from injury, he's played a fair bit. He hasn't really had he kind of had to come back in because we needed him. And he's probably just tiring out a bit as well. I think it's a mixture of players, or teams rather, knowing to kind of basically you don't allow him time on the ball and they'll struggle. But also the fact he's played quite a few games in a short amount of time.
Yeah, he's also not quite athletic enough, in my opinion, to like, you know, when he's got players on him to be able to get away from him. If that makes sense. I find that the players find it easy they just man mark him, and that kills him. I mean, and that's back. That's just, you know, that's the way he plays, and other teams see it. So LaRue coming in, I thought Devlin coming in was a positive. Obviously Murphy coming back, and then a front three of Bishop, Murphy, and Chaplin in the bit more central line up. I was pretty happy with you two boys.
Yeah. Well, I was more than happy with it, to be honest. So the fact that it gave Chaplin his chance to play in the 10.
So not quite centrally, but a bit more middle than being wide right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he didn't have to, because he had Devlin like more coming down that right hand side. He didn't have to worry about being in that area, and so he could, like you said, he wasn't completely down the middle, but he was as close as he's been all season, and it just shows, isn't it, that him playing a bit more inside definitely helped. I thought like the back three looked good, and because obviously I was in the south stand yesterday, like a bit closer to the pitch, so you appreciate how big Kiefer Moore is. There's quite a funny bit where he was stood next to Chaplin before we kicked off.
Yeah, it was hilarious, wasn't it?
And I think even Kiefer Moore looked up at the screen and he laughed, because obviously the camera's on them too, and you realise how much of a big boy he is. And fair play to those back three. They kind of took it in turns, it looked like a little bit, mainly Knight and Paul. But I thought,
well, he stuck himself on Bowat and Paul mostly, because obviously they were the shorter of the centre halves.
But what I liked what Paul done with him, instead of trying to out jump him and out header him,
he was being physical.
He was just backing into him, and it just killed every jump he had.
Yeah.
But it was good because it was, you then had, he was kind of holding him back a little bit, using his physicality rather than aerial display, and it meant that Devlin was then able to come across and head it away.
Well, it's a little bit like what, and I know Bishop gets stick about this because people think he's not winning headers and things like that. But if you watch Bishop closely, what he does a lot of the time is that even if he's not going to win the header, he stops the defender either having a clear header or he can put the defender off, so he mistimes it, and then we can get him beyond him or pick up the second balls and things like that.
I don't know if you're going to hear me clapping, but well said, Daz.
Oh, cheers, mate.
I don't think people get that when.
I wondered what that was then.
It was me clapping.
Was it that good? Was it that good of a comment?
Because people just go, oh, he doesn't get the ball and beat 5 players and do a mad skill and then smash it top corner. He's shit. Yeah. They don't realise what he brings. I'm sorry. Everyone wanted Charlie Kirk to start.
Maybe not.
Fuck me.
I think that would be quite difficult.
Wouldn't it?
That'd be an undertaker moment.
And I'm sorry, I'm not saying he's shit or anything, but he can't do the stuff that Bishop does. No. And I thought Bishop had going back to pressing game suits Bishop. He looked happier. He wasn't just stood around waiting for the ball to come in the box and getting pissed off every 5 minutes. He was pressing, he was battling, he was holding up play, he was linking up well. And then this week you can actually go, you should. It was a couple of moments he should have had a better shot, but everyone was wanting this perfect moment. I felt like everyone wanted. There was a moment in the second half. I remember Chaplin had just come to him, but he wanted to get it onto his left. And it was like, just swing your right. Surely you've got a right leg to swing a shot at it when it was pretty much an open goal. But that's a lack of confidence, I suppose.
And that's it. Like, as I said, from the south stand, like you appreciate some of the touches a bit more. Some of Bishop's little touches, layoffs, his first times, and that sort of stuff. Like, it was good. I just don't understand. Like, each to their own. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and everyone sees the game differently. But like,
most people haven't got a clue about football.
Yeah, and I was looking at that, and I saw some people talk about Bishop. Okay, yeah, that chance he had in the first half, that for me is he's not a striker low on confidence. He's a striker low on confidence in front of goal. I think, to be honest, in those sort of aspects. Like, I think for him, what he needs at the moment is a chance where he doesn't think about it and the ball comes in, a bit like West Brom away, where he just goes and gets his head to it. I think when he got that ball when he wasn't expecting it, that showed his maybe a little bit lack of confidence in those sort of situations.
It's one of them.
I think
I felt at the time he should have just knocked it back to Murphy, but he obviously wanted his goal and saw that as an opportunity.
Either that or just lash it as soon as the ball came to him, get out of his feet and just hit it. And even if it went skied over, I think a lot of people would appreciate that more than kind of what he did, because it looked like he was didn't know what he was doing. But I know what he was trying. He was trying to get a bit of space. But by the time he took 1, 2, 3 touches, it was a bit too late, and the angle just narrowed too much.
And that's what I mean by a bit more of a confident in front of goal. Bishop probably would have just used the outside of his foot, create that space, and hit it.
Yeah.
Or just not be so bothered he hasn't scored, maybe, and just knocked it back to Murphy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, I don't know about you. I thought the first 10, 15, 20 minutes, I thought, here we go again. I thought Wrexham looked the brighter out of the two. Bursick had to come to the rescue a couple of times. And there was loads of times in the first, I don't know if you boys noticed, where I don't know if they were worried that much about Kiefer Moore, that every time the ball went to the defence, even if they had time, they were just rushing to clear it rather than take a touch, bring it down, chest it, whatever. And we just kept constantly giving it back to them, which seems to have sorted itself out in the second half. I don't know if Messino had a word with them because they started to then control the ball and play out from the back. But the first 15, 20 minutes, I thought we were nowhere at it. I don't know how you two felt.
Are you going or me?
I'm letting you
Oh,
go.
thanks, mate.
Before I go
But I think it was just a case of, I don't know whether it was us just not being good. I think it was maybe just us feeling our way into the game. Again, new formation, playing against like a very dangerous, like they can be very dangerous. Wrexham, like obviously we know what they were going to do. They played little bits of football in parts, but the majority of the time they were going for Kiefer Moore and that stuff like that. So I think for us, it's probably seeing how they played off of Kiefer Moore and then gone from there. Because you've got players like O'Brien and things like and Windass who can pick up those little sort of half yards and that and get away from you. So I think maybe it's a case of they were just trying to feel themselves like into the game. But I felt after like sort of the first 5-10 minutes, I felt we like grew into it a lot more, and I felt a lot more because obviously in that first 5-10 minutes I was really worried that if we conceded an early goal, I wonder what was happening here. But I thought we did well enough. The first 5-10 minutes kind of went the way I thought it was going to be. I didn't think it was going to be overly spectacular, but I think we just slowly grew into the game.
How's
You can go now?
Oh, thank you very much.
Welcome.
Yeah, it was kind of just getting used to it, wasn't it? Like, it is our first time we've played a back three this season, and we're so rigid in that 4-2-3-1. It was going to take 10, 15, 20 minutes to get kind of going and get the flow moving. Obviously, you had the closest probably that they had in the first half was Kiefer Moore. His header, he had a completely free header. I think it was from a corner. And Bursic saved it literally on the goal line. And there was a screen just down a couple seats row in front of me that it had all the TV cameras on, and they showed the goal line technology, and it was literally it was kind of not over the line. It was half of the ball was half on the line. It wasn't that close in terms of goal line technology, kind of. But it was a good save from Bursic. But other than that, I didn't feel like they challenged us too much. Obviously, Ogilvy going off injured would have hampered us a bit because he's got, although he's not the fastest as a wing back, he's got that ability to play a really good cross in for either for Bishop or for the other attackers that are in there. But I thought Williams came on and did really well, bearing in mind he's playing on the wrong side and also wing back. He has played there on occasion for Barnsley, but as a right wing back, not as a left wing back. It's tough because it was what Messino said to Andy Moon was he felt pleased but frustrated, and I think that's how I feel. It wasn't awful. Yes, we should have probably won, but bearing in mind we just got arseholed 4-0 at the weekend. We've been on a really shit run of form where we haven't been turning up at all. The fact that we kept a clean sheet at home, which we haven't done over the last few games, and you could see that the players, despite it being a new formation, the players looked comfortable in it. The centre-halves looked good. Bowat looked much better at centre-half as that left-sided centre-half than the left-back. LaRue came in and looked comfortable. He was helping dictate the play.
Also with LaRue, sorry to interrupt, it's nice to have that player who's willing to battle and like stop the play. Like I find Pack and Dazelle can be a bit similar, and neither like to do like a mad tackle or anything like that.
Yeah, like LaRue being there, he needs to be there. He's there to be that kind of that midfield general. He's there to sweep up, go in, twat a few people if needed, and just clean up, which he did. He did pretty well. He gave the ball away a couple of times, but
who doesn't?
Exactly. And you're playing that sweeper role. You've got to kind of get in there, get stuck in, and the ball might go somewhere else. But it also freed up Dazelle to help push on and become like another attacker, and he kind of almost became a kind of 10-ish so Murphy could be a bit wider than Chaplin was on the right. He was a narrow forward, inside forward, whereas Murphy was a little bit wider, which is kind of where you want him. Especially when Williams came. Obviously, Williams is naturally going to invert because he's not going to overlap Murphy because he's right-footed. Yeah, okay, we should have won, but from where we were, if we can carry on, it's probably our best performance in a good month or so, at least. You got to stick with that formation against Hull, and then work on it over the international breaks. I think we're only going to lose 2 players, maybe 3, which will be Terry Devlin, LaRue, and probably Mackenzie Kirk. I don't think anyone else has been called up. So the mainstays of the squad are going to be there, the defence. Okay, you've lost LaRue, but he's good enough to be able to just know what he's doing. He showed us the other day. So you work on it over the international break, and then you you get ready for Millwall.
Yeah, I agree. We just looked settled last night, other than maybe the first 10 minutes or so. As you pointed out, I thought Bauer had a good game. I thought everyone had a good game. I thought Williams seemed to absolutely love being this, like, all of a sudden he would appear from nowhere, sort of second striker sometimes.
I think, that's the benefit of having, we saw even Ogilvie did it a lot last year, didn't he? Because Murphy has the ability to either go cut in on the right or even go down to the byline with his left. It meant that Ogilvie was able to come in and kind of almost be an extra attacker. Obviously, he scored in it against Sheffield United away, didn't he? And especially as Williams is right-footed, when he's going to play there, he's naturally going to invert because it's his stronger foot. I agree. I don't think anyone had a bad game. I don't think anyone could have had a much worse game than Birmingham, to be fair. But Wrexham, they beat Coventry the other day. They drew against Middlesbrough. They beat, Oxford. They've not done too badly recently. They've picked up a few points. The fact that we kept Kiefer Moore quiet and didn't allow him a lot. He only had that one chance, really, was good. Bearing in mind, again, centre-halves. The only centre-halves kind of playing as a back three for the first time. I think it's, as long as we build on it, I think the minimum on Saturday needs to be a draw. And I know it's another game without a win.
Away games, you take draws. So
away game, you take a draw. If it's another 0-0, but we perform to the same level as we did, the formation clearly worked, and it benefited certain players in the roles and the style of play we want to play. It seems silly to deviate back away from that after one game. I would be fuming if he did, because the vast contrast between Saturday and last night was so big, it would make no sense to change it. I think you go for the same 11. Obviously, it doesn't look like Ogilvie's going to be fit, so you play Williams on the left. But other than that, I'd play the exact same 11. The last thing I want to say on Wrexham before we probably move on would just be the last substitution to bring on Pack for LaRue at the 90th minute was one of the most retarded things I've ever seen in my life.
Do you know what I reckon they brought him on?
It made no sense whatsoever. You had Yang, you had Bianchini, you had Kosnovsky, you had Kirk. Like, you could have put any of them on a more attacking. If you want to go and win it, go and win it, or take a centre half off, or stick a centre half up front if that's what you're wanting to do. But on the 90th minute, to take off a defensive midfielder and then put on a defensive midfielder made no sense at all. And everyone was thinking, why? There was not one other person in that stadium would have thought that's a good substitution.
No, I've got a theory behind that.
I don't think it's the worst one, to be honest. The one thing you don't want to do is, in that situation, is go out there and lose the game, especially after we just got pumped 4-0 away from home. If we go shifting around like the formations, moving, like taking a defender, putting him up top, or like I don't think there's maybe Mark. I might like think about maybe bring that Mark on, but apart from that, like Kirk, I wouldn't have bought off Murphy for Yang, because Murphy was absolutely tearing them apart down that left, and I don't think Yang would be.
He was done from
But
about 70 minutes
Yang would
though.
do the same. But that's the thing. Like Murphy was still doing the same thing. He was in the 90th minute, and he was in the first. So
Yeah, but he was slower, and you could see he was
but the problem
struggling.
is you're not going to win the game if you bring Yang on, like in that situation, because
You might
he's
do.
not getting part. Like we've shown, like he can do it in little pockets and stuff like that, but he's not going to get. Look, no one else can do what Murphy can do, and he was the only player that could do that last night, where he could get the ball, he could go inside, like, and that's what they were worried about, because he could go inside, outside, and all he needs to do is push the ball past, and he's gone. I don't think there's anyone else in there. Like I thought, maybe the only change I thought maybe could have been Mark could have maybe come on, and that might have been a bit more positive as bringing on like another centre mid. But I don't. It didn't bother me that he didn't bring on like Kirk or anything like that, because it was working. Because we had chances up to the 90 minutes. I don't think Kirk coming on would have. I think the only reason he scored against Coventry was because they were 2-0 up. And their back four were probably switched off. They didn't have another player to deal with. I don't think with Wrexham they were going to be happy with a point, so they were going to be switched on. I thought when Kirk scored against Coventry, I thought there was a bit of like a false dawn. But yeah, for me, like I would have brought Mark on, but I think apart from that, I haven't got a massive deal with the substitutions personally.
It's not the other substitutions, it's just the bringing Marlon Pack on. It makes no sense. There's no benefit to doing that.
You know, I've got a theory on Pack.
Don't tell me it's for his amazing long throws that he does.
Correct.
Because we've scored all the goals we've scored, all of the 2 goals we've scored in 3.5 seasons from long throws.
But sometimes
Brilliant.
It's not just about scoring from them. There was a moment.
Of course it is.
Well, let me talk. There was a moment where we had 3 or 4 consecutive throw-ins, and we couldn't take a throw-in to save our life, and they all were in attacking areas. And that was the moment where I think Vecino went Pack, and he got them to come. I might be wrong, but it just seemed odd after having like about 3 corners back to back that all of a sudden we brought on Marlon Pack.
It just made no sense. You should have just left it alone. If you're not going to make, Daz, you've said that it was working. Why change it? So why bother?
I still think
It's an absolute waste, and it's so late on as well. It's the 90th minute, for fuck's sake.
Yeah,
There might be reasons behind it, like maybe LaRue needed to come off.
I'm sorry, no, LaRue can last 3 more minutes. If Murphy can carry on from 75 minutes until LaRue could have lasted 3 more minutes.
But the difference is with like taking off a winger compared to a centre mid. If a centre mid is struggling that little bit and they make a mistake in that centre mid, there's a good chance the other team go down and score. If you're a winger down that left hand side or right hand side, in the final third you make a mistake, you've got like 2 lines of players to deal with it.
No, I'll just have to disagree. I just think.
But we get Neil to do it.
Why did you make the most pointless substitution in football history?
The attacking aspect of it, though, it should have happened. Whether it was Murphy, Bishop, whatever, it wasn't about the quality. It was they were knackered. They were done. The last, that was all 3 of them. Like we were so like attack in that second half. You had Bowat getting up there, Paul. I can't remember. He did a mad.
Paul was overlapping Swanson and Devlin at points.
Do you know what I mean? And we were so they got to the last 10 minutes. I felt like we kind of ran out of ideas, ran out of steam. And sometimes you just need, like it's one game. Like bringing Murphy off for the last 10 minutes would it have made a big difference. Bringing Yang on, maybe not, but then at least you had someone with fresher legs. Who and also might offer something different. But
that would have been. I tell you what, that we said it on the group. That would have been a perfect game for Segacic.
Oh God, hat trick all day long. All
I actually can't wait. I really hope we stick with it because I can't wait to see Segacic and Lang in those 10s.
that.
And not necessarily at the same time. I mean, I'll take them at the same time, and it might mean,
Would you now?
Murph, huh?
Well, I said, would you now? You said you'd take them at the same time.
Absolutely. Because you can have Lang on the left of because he can cut in on his right, and Segacic on the right of the 10s, and he can cut in on his. I think that'd be wonderful.
I would love the front three of Murphy, Bishop, and Seggers in that same formation, that same setup. Because Segasic, I turned to my dad and said, Seggers would have loved this, high pressing, he would have been all over it. And then Mark texted me, and I showed you boys, and that he said he would have got a hat-trick if he was on the pitch. There's no doubt in my mind that Segasic would have scored last night. And he's the only one this season who has been scoring. And it goes to show, and this is I will bring up one subject of why has Messino done this, is I still can't understand why he got dropped in the first place. You dropped your top scorer, he's created our most goals and scored the most combined, and yet he's the one you dropped. And since he's been dropped, how many goals have we scored?
Not many.
No. Baffling. Absolutely baffling, but there we go. Anything else on the Wrexham game? Oh, actually, I want to bring up one thing, and I just still find no one seems to say anything about him. I thought Josh Knight was outstanding again, and I still can't get why he got dropped in the first place. The back three, because he played all last season in the back three, just made him look even better.
He played on the right of a back three, though.
It doesn't matter, but he still looked amazing last night. Every time they looked like they were going to put a dangerous ball in, he just cleared it. He either headed it away or slid in and booted it away. It was. I really rate Josh Knight. I think he's brilliant, and I don't get why he got dropped for Matthews. I just don't get it.
I think it was just to try someone else.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was. I can understand it if Knight was having poor games or wasn't quite up to it. He was fine. He was doing really well, and then he got dropped. And then, all right, Matthews come in and he did all right. But I don't know. I just one of them other bizarre things that Messino's done this season. But there you go.
Yeah. The thing is, also one thing I did want to bring up is obviously that there was chat about Russ. You said about certain things going on in the Fratton end last night.
Yeah.
And apparently, you had some people I think it was a very small minority singing where my seat is the back of the Fratton end. It wouldn't surprise me if it's this group of blokes that sort of are near me. Because I think there's a few of them that just like moaning 24/7, and it reminded me of when we played Blackpool at home. Obviously, this season we won the league, and we lost 4-0. We got stuffed, yeah. But I think a few people overreacted, and there was a few words said between Pompey fans. Then I think if you think John Messina doesn't know what he's doing, okay, we've been going for a little bit of sticky patch. And if you want Messina, really, I know, Russ, you've been sending Messina out, but I'm pretty sure you're joking.
I've been annoyed at him, but I don't want him gone.
But if people seriously want him gone now, and I think I said to you last night, if I was John Messina after his first 2 full seasons, getting us promoted out of League One, which took us 7 years, and also before him, you had 2 other coaches or managers that were meant to be quite seasoned in football coaching, and then to keep us up last season on the budget he had, if I was if the majority of the fans turned against Messina, and if I was Messina, I would tell everyone where to stick it and walk away. I'd be like, the last 2 seasons, I have got you out of that league, and I've kept you in this league as well. Anyone that sort of, and don't get me wrong, I think if we get to Christmas, like you said, last night, I'm a lot more positive now. Not positive, but I feel better because I was always positive about Messina. But if we'd have kept going like we were after the Birmingham game, and we got to Christmas, it's a business, it's football. I understand that you probably have to look at it and go, we might have to move him on. But that would literally be the last. It would have to be literally the last sort of thing we've ever tried, because with John Messino, like, there is an unbelievable coach there, and I personally think he will be managing in the Premier League at some point in the next 5 years. I think 5 seasons. And yeah, I just think it's just absolutely silly. But unfortunately, it's modern day football. I've gone through Twitter and I've muted so many people recently because I just can't be arsed with it anymore, and I can't be arsed to listen to it. And yeah, I just think some people get a little bit silly, but it doesn't surprise me one little bit because every club has them.
Yeah, I'm in the Fratton end. Apparently it was a bit of a pathetic fight and they were laughing at them, but didn't know what was going on at the time. Found out they were singing Messino out. There was people near me shouting at Messino all game. Every time the ball went back to Bursic, they were booing. They were saying, "Is this what you call football, Messino?" And there was one moment where Josh and I did outstanding to turn Keith Moore and turn him and knock it back to Bursic, because if he hadn't, he would have lost the ball. And they still moaned at him for passing it back to Bursic.
Well, the thing,
Messino said, sometimes you have to pass back.
Exactly, and Messino did say last night after the game, he did say he was disappointed how much we did go backwards. He didn't want us to go backwards that much. He wanted us to go forward more, and he said that in his interview with Andrew Moon after the game. So it shows that, like, sometimes it's down to the players. But again, like as you're saying, Russ, about like some people saying certain things, like what is a big favourite of mine is someone going, just hit it long, like stop messing about with it. Then you hit it long and you lose the ball. Like, oh no, don't do that. It's like people at the back of the fret, and then some people think, I swear, they're playing FIFA, and they like the view you get on the pitch. And I think I've said this before. A video to go and watch is Yuri Tillemans when he's playing in a like pre-season friendly. He wears a GoPro, and you see it from his angle. Go and watch that, and then tell me if players should be like seeing everything on the pitch and picking out certain passes. Yeah, there's some times where they could be doing better, but there's a lot of other times you're thinking, how is he meant to get the ball out of that situation over into the like 30, 40 yards over to the other side of the pitch? It's just not doable.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And there was quite a lot of booze at full time in the Fratton end as well. I'd like to point out.
That was ridiculous.
Fucking hell. Like, people just need to grow up. Like, again, everyone, you pay the money, that's fine, freedom of speech and all that, but I'm exercising my freedom of speech to say whoever is booing is, I don't know, a silly sausage. A silly sausage.
I kind of feel like I'm repeating myself, but I get why. Like, there's another game without a win, another game that we haven't scored. We've now gone 6 hours without scoring a goal. We should have won. We were fully on top, especially in the second half. It was basically one-way traffic. We should have won. But you've got to think of the fact that we haven't scored in 6 hours. Or it was 6 hours by the end of the game. But 4.5 before this game. We just got absolutely whooped at the weekend. The performance was better. Players actually looked like they cared. The formation change worked. It's got to look a bit, you got to look at it in a positive way. If we got arseholed again, I'd be fully expecting the booze and accepting that. That's not a problem. But the fact that the players showed a bit of grit and actually showed that they care, the performance was better, it will come.
Yeah.
I actually think the atmosphere this season has been very poor.
To be fair, some of the football we've witnessed has been shite.
The football last season was shite, and yet the atmosphere was outstanding.
And like Russ, like me and you know from like when I first started supporting Pompey, football's never, like 99% of the time, the football's not been good.
We've never been Barcelona.
No, but the atmosphere's always been there. And I think maybe it's because it's a second season syndrome where, right, we're in this league now. Like, this is our second season. We should be doing better. Where last season was very like backs against the wall kind of thing. It was just about just staying up. And
it was our first championship in 12 years, wasn't it?
It was just about staying up. This season, For me, again, like I know I said I want to improve on what we did last season, which would mean finishing above 16th. Like, because you want to improve, but at the same time, if someone said to me, you'll finish, but you'll stay up," I'll be like, "Okay, cool, I'll take that again this
Oh
season."
God, yeah.
But like, you want to
First
do
goal,
better.
stay up.
Yeah. You want to do better because each season you need to improve, whether that's a point tally or whether it's position. Like, you always want to see improvements. Sometimes it's more of a plateau, but I would be more than happy plateauing this season than like being negative. Like, it's not the end of the world plateauing, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, let's see how we go. Like, we've got to go up to Hull on Saturday now, and we've got to put in a performance. Otherwise, last night means literally nothing.
Great segue, Daz. Great segue.
Merci.
Let's move into the whole game then. That has give us your stats.
Oh yeah, right. So Hull are currently in 8th place, 22 points, 6 wins, 4 draws, 4 defeats, goal difference of +1. They lost at the weekend to Derby, where that's their first loss in 4.
I mean Tuesday.
Huh?
They lost Derby Tuesday, didn't they?
Sorry, Tuesday. Yes, silly me getting confused on days. What was the score when we played Hull away last year?
1-1.
It was. And what was when did we last beat Hull away?
Was that when we could have died?
Yeah, that was Was it Nugent who scored?
Yeah, Nugent. That generally thought that was the last game we were ever going to play that day.
It was meant to be, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Really. I remember, like, I just finished playing football, came into the clubhouse, saw that we'd like won, and a few scummers were in there, like, "Oh, don't worry, that'll be your last one." I was like, "Yeah, fuck it off."
No, you've forgotten the game.
Huh?
You've forgotten.
Oh, was it COVID season? 2
Oh
own
yeah,
goals.
2 own goals.
Yes,
Was it from
it
corners as well?
was.
Was it 2 own goal from corners?
I think so. McGuinness and Jacob
And didn't
Reeves,
that put us top of the league?
potentially.
I think that put us top of the league, and then they pumped us at our place, didn't they?
They did 4-0. Yes.
Sorry.
So
Sorry, my dog went mental at fireworks then. I had to quickly mute.
that's right. So the last 8 games between us have been 3 wins for both sides and 2 drawn. The referee is Tom Neild, who has refereed. Sorry, I'm on the wrong page. Has refereed 6 championship games, 2 EFL Cup games, and 1 League One games, and 9 games, 34 yellow cards.
Nice. Yellow card.
So he started off heavy. He got 9, 4, 2, 6, 5, and then only 1 last time out. He's reffed 14 Portsmouth games, 10 wins, 2 draws, and 2 defeats. And he refereed our 2-1 win against Cardiff last year at home. He also refereed our 6-1 loss away to Stoke last year as well.
Joy.
I wanted to die that day. Yeah, so it's mixed bag really of results. We've done all right under him, but you never know with us. Fixture predictions, nothing changed from either of the Birmingham game or the Wrexham game. We all got 0 points. For the four matches in a row, we've all got 0 points.
Jeez.
Well, it's not easy when we keep predicting us to score when we don't.
Yeah.
So yes, me on 6 points, Russ on 10, Daz on 14.
Joy.
Keep that gap.
Russ, score?
1-1 like last year, and I'm going to go for Chaplin to score because he looked so much better last night.
Dazzy?
I just want to say I was right about the ref last night. I thought the ref did all right last night. By the way,
Don't don't bring that up with my dad, will you? Because he thought he was shocking.
Oh, sorry, Bob.
I actually agree with Daz. I thought he had a decent game. He let things go, wasn't giving fouls for Bishop or for Moore, just falling on the floor. Let the game flow quite well.
Which was baffling because I think the whole stadium could see he whacked him in the leg, but there you go.
Apart from that one, yeah.
Do you know what? I was really tempted to go for a win, like, because I just feel like a win with the international break would just be very, very nice. But also with the fuck it, let's go 2-1 Pompey. Let's just do it. And Bish.
All right, calm down.
Hope that was a dog.
So
he was just doing some motorboating. I'm gonna go another 0-0 and see if I can get some points back that way.
Yeah, see, I was tempted to do that in more of I'm happy to sacrifice the points if it meant we score.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely. I'll do the same. No goal scorer. So obviously, if there's no goal scorer, then I get the points for the goal scorers.
Correct. Yeah.
Lovely. See if I can claw some points back off of that.
Well, that would be above me if it's a 0-0 then, wouldn't it? Well, actually,
it would.
We'd be on the same points because I'd gain a point for the draw. So
you would, yes. Yeah. Put me back into it. I'm so far behind this year at the minute. I've got to do something else.
Right. Let's go on to Daz's last blind ranking season. Let's
lovely.
Bring it out later on, but for the moment, for the foreseeable future.
Yeah. Right, guys, to finish this one off, we're going to go with an ABBA kind of game. I'm sure you guys know how. Do you know guys know how to work out shootouts at ABBA?
Say it was me, then it'd be has, then back to me.
Oh, I thought you meant the band.
Yeah, that as well. You've got to sing a couple of melodies.
Luke Leroux.
That was perfect.
Is that one of the? Is that what people are singing now? Is it?
No, but it should be.
Oh right.
I can't quite work out what we can sing afterwards because normally it's about playing on a wing or scoring goals, and he doesn't either.
Running down the middle, ha ha. Gonna have a little piddle, ha ha.
He came from South Africa, I don't know.
We'll get there. There might be
we'll get there at the end. Right. So what I've gone with as a change, I've gone with. We've got two obviously different sides. We've got players that have scored under 10 goals and players that have scored over 10 goals. And I have gone with, because obviously I wrote down certain players. Russ, you've got players that have scored over 10 goals.
Okay.
You've got players that have scored under 10 goals. So you've got them from when you started supporting them, Pompey, which was what, 2022?
Right.
So what is this, over 10 goals in their career or in a season?
For Pompey.
Yeah, in their Pompey career combined.
Over 10 goals, yeah, but in a Pompey career,
right,
yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, lovely. Right. Okay, so you're picking for you now. So it'll be you picking for you, then it'll go to Russ to pick for himself, then Russ will pick one for you, then you will pick one for Russ, and then one for yourself, and then go like that.
That's fucking confusing.
It's ABBA, isn't it?
Okay, so my first one.
Right, your first player is... These are all players that scored under 10 goals in their Pompey career. Your first one is Arnold Mwemba.
Oh, you're giving it to us?
Yeah.
Oh, and I've got to decide whether it's over or under 10?
Yeah, because what do you mean? You're going to guess the player?
I was just going to tell you Ben Killip, Nicholas Schmidt, Jordan Archer.
These are all players that have actually scored, but they've been under 10 goals in their Pompey career.
So you got to rank them. You got to rank them as.
That's a blind rankings.
Right. I don't know. You've made it so confusing with your stupid old man mind.
This is
you're confusing us youngsters.
I understand the assignments, I like to point out.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's because you're an old bastard as well.
It's not the 10th time we've done this. Just a different way of doing it.
But how do you want us to rank? So how do you want Daz to rank it? Just on their actual goal scorer, or just how he likes them, or how he rates them?
Just wherever you want to put them.
Right. Okay.
To be honest. That's up to you. I'll leave it totally up to you guys to think about.
Who was it again?
So you've got Arnold with Wemba.
7.
7.
You can say, do you remember Arnold Wemba?
I do.
Called him out
So
in
Russ,
Germany.
Russ, this is you picking for you, and we've got Mark McNulty.
McNulty, baby. How am I going to rank this? I'm going to rank on how I saw him.
Mm-hmm.
My love for him, that's the word I'm thinking of. So I'm going to put him at 3 because I really love Mark McNulty. Gave us one of the best limbs as well, that Peterborough goal, the Plymouth goal, yeah.
Yeah, I was outside the ground trying to get in at that point.
You missed the great limbs.
Yeah, I know. We could hear from outside. It was nice. So, Russ, you're now picking one for Haz, and you are going to have Jamie O'Hara.
Are we trying to stitch each other up on this one, or are we going to do it normal?
It's up to you, whatever you guys
I'm
want to do.
going to be nice because Jamie's always been nice to me as well. I'll go.
Oh, friend.
I'll go.
Jamie, friend.
Oh, talk sport friend.
I'll put you in 4.
He's a fan of forgotten Pompey goals. What can I say?
Oh, nice. So, Haz, you're now picking for Russ.
So where did you put O'Hara?
I put him 4.
Don't be nice. You've got. I think the players. Obviously, there's a couple of players in here that you won't. Well, you know of. Yakubu.
1.
Yeah, my love it for the actors up there.
Yeah. So
I think we'll be nice to each other on this one.
Yeah, it's the last one.
So Haz, you're picking for yourself now. Okay.
Right.
You've got Andre Dazelle.
1.
Oh. Do I upset Russ?
You put him where you want, mate. It's only my love for him.
See, I'm going to put him 3rd because I prefer Giselle to O'Hara.
3rd, Andre Dazelle. Right, Russ, you're... Hold on. Yeah, so Haz, you pick for... Russ, you're picking for yourself.
Yep.
Yep, that's it, yeah. Oh, I'm getting confused now. Alan McLaughlin.
Macca. So he would have been 1. So he has to go 2.
2. Cool. And now you're picking one for Haz.
Yep.
And you've got Sol Campbell.
Where would you want him at? It's probably 10. Being
I'm not saying nothing because wherever I say, you'll put the opposite.
No, we're going to be nice, aren't we? But I don't know because as he's like, because I know you like Spurs as well. Are you like pure hatred of him, or because of Pompey you don't mind him?
Why do Spurs fans hate him?
Shut up.
So what's your feelings on Sol Campbell?
But you don't. I don't like him because of that, and also don't like him because of Pompey anyway, because he tried to fucking sue the club.
Right, 10 then. There you go.
Yeah.
10 it is. Right, and now it's Haz picking for Russ. You've got John Marquis.
9.
Who was that? Sorry, my dog was going again.
John Marquis.
Oh, Adam.
So Haz, you're picking for yourself now, and you've got Matty Kennedy.
He scored under 10 goals for us today.
Yeah.
1, wasn't it?
He's only had 1 season, wasn't he? I think he scored like 1 or 2.
8.
8. Lovely. 8. Matty Kennedy.
Where was he on loan from? Was it Aberdeen? Or did he go to Aberdeen after us?
He was on loan from Cardiff, I think.
Yes,
wasn't he? Then
it was
Cardiff.
Yeah, Adam. Yeah.
Then he went up to Scotland. So, Russ, you're picking for yourself now. And we've got Dion Burton.
Was never that fast. I'll go 6.
And now, Russ, you're picking for Haz. And you've got Miles Story.
Fuck.
Okay, now. Has he got 9 left?
Yeah.
9.
it's hard making sure for Has because you've only got like a sort of certain thing to work off.
He's got good nearly 20 years.
Yeah, Ross goes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hold on, Russ, you picked for yourself as well.
Yeah. You gave me Dion Burton.
Okay, so you're now picking for Russ, and he's got Ronan Curtis.
What numbers has he got available?
4, 5, 7, 8, 10.
5.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'm trying to be nice. I thought if I put him in the middle,
Yeah, I'd say that's at the moment that would be where I'd put him.
So you're picking for yourself now, and the next one is Owen Doyle.
Jeez, you're just giving a load of shit, aren't you?
He got under 10.
Yeah.
It won, wasn't it, against Forest Green?
He's got. Owen Doyle. EOIN.
Owen.
Doyle.
Sorry, I misheard your name.
I didn't say Owen Dale.
Sorry,
I said Owen Doyle.
Yeah, you got what?
Yeah.
3, 4.
He scored one. I know he scored one against Blackpool, didn't he?
And that was contentious. Was it an own goal? Really?
Yeah.
5.
And who's it now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Russ, it's you picking for you, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's your game. You should fucking know.
Yeah, it's Russ picking for yourself. Yeah, because like everyone's like,
I've not known once.
No, just trying to think, and then I'm losing track of what's going on.
That's what happens when you're old.
You've got Colby Bishop.
Oh, my love for Bish is very high.
Where's he going? He has to go 4.
Is that? I was about to say, what's my highest number? Is it 4?
4.
Yeah. That's probably about right again. Who have I got above?
Who's third?
Who have I got above?
Mark Minotti.
Yak, Macca.
And Mark Minotti.
See, I probably would have
that
swapped
should
Minotti
swap.
and Bish, and then that'd be about right.
Yeah. So, Russ, you're now picking for Has. You've got Tyler Walker.
Fucking hell, we just give him a load of crap in here. Whatever's the lowest number.
6.
6, yeah.
I've got 1 and 2 left.
Oh, Jesus Christ! There must be someone decent out there that's called like Primus. Do you know what I mean?
Wait, see.
There's no way you score more than 10.
So, Has, you're now picking for Russ, and you've got Matty Taylor.
Oh, for fuck's sake, he's giving me all belters and you a load of shit.
What's he got left?
7, 8, and 10.
Oh, fuck's sake.
7?
Mine's gone completely wrong now. I wasn't expecting to get so many bangers.
I wasn't expecting to get so many shit ones.
But don't forget, under 10 goals.
You could have gone David James.
Yeah, there's got to be some decent defenders.
So, Russ, I think you're picking for Has.
Yep.
Either 1 or 2, Russ.
Terry Devlin.
1. I know he loves a Devlin.
1.
I do love Tez.
So, Terry Devlin. So, Has, that means Lassana Diarra is second.
Yeah.
1 and 2's
no
not
worries.
bad. I'll give you 1 and 2.
And so, Russ, do you have to pick for yourself on this one? So
again, it's your game. You should know.
Yeah, Russ, you're picking for yourself, I think.
Okay.
So, Russ, you've got Ryan Taylor.
Oh,
8 or 10.
fuck me, I hated that bloke. 50. Where was the
10,
lowest
I guess,
number?
Yeah. And then your last player who's in at 8 is Guy Whittingham.
See, you gave me too many belters there. That's a hard list to create. Even if you told me my list, I probably would have been there for about an hour.
That's the problem with players over 10 goals. It's not easy.
Yeah.
But I thought yeah.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's the whole point of the blind ranking is you don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Hazard is Terry Devlin, Lassana Diarra. Where are we? Who's 2? Where's 2? No, Lassana Diarra. Andre Dazelle, Jamie O'Hara, Owen Doyle, Tyler Walker, Mwemba, Matty Kennedy, Miles Story, and then finished off with Sol Campbell. And
In
then
terms
obviously
of
Russ,
likeness, like I think that's pretty bang on for Daz.
it's not bad.
Daz, sorry.
It's just Diarra and Devlin. Sorry,
Yeah.
Tez.
Yakubu, McLaughlin, McNulty, Bishop, Curtis, Dion Burton, Matty Taylor, Guy Whittingham, John Marquis, Ryan Taylor.
Yeah, see, more would have had to change a lot. Maka would have been one because he was like my favourite player.
Yeah.
And then it probably would have
Yeah.
gone down from like I don't know where so I would have been here an hour just thinking about that. Right.
Lovely. There you go.
Taskmaster then, boys.
Let's get on with it because the Traitors finals on.
All right, we will slow down then. Right, I'm going to give you a couple of topics. You two are going to decide if you're for it or against it before I give you the topic. And you both have to convince me, even if you think the opposite, to win the round. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So,
Things I like doing this because I can be petty even when I know I'm wrong. I'll just if it's someone I don't like, I'll just be like, right, I'm going to disagree with that. What?
right. So, decide amongst yourselves who's going this. Are you either for it or against it?
What do you want to do? You can choose.
Before we get the topic, I've got to choose.
Yeah, you don't know what you're getting.
Against.
Okay. Go on then. I'll for them.
Right. The Eisners are the greatest owners Portsmouth have ever had. Up to you. Who goes first?
I'll let Daz go first.
Right.
Well, the Eisners are the best owners that we've ever had, mainly because it winds up the right people. But no, I feel that Fratton Park has never looked so fantastic and beautiful. We're back in the Championship. We've got a really good infrastructure when it comes to the footballing side. We're not spending above our means. Obviously, I think we could always spend a little bit more, but if you look at what we've achieved under the budget, I mean, if people are saying that sort of it's only Messina has kept us up, then the Eisners technically have a knock-on effect of hiring John Messina. They hired Andrew Cullen, who hired Richie Hughes, who then hired John Messina. So they've got us in this position now. I don't think we've ever been as comfortable off the pitch as we've been since I've started supporting Pompey. And sky's the limit. And I was within touching distance of the Eisners yesterday, and yeah, they look very nice. That's it.
The Eisners aren't the greatest ever owners we've had. Not necessarily because of what they haven't done. Partly because they don't spend anywhere near enough money. And if you serve a waiter, you give a chef a load of kind of stuff close to a sell-by date that's not good enough. You know, you give them something from Lidl rather than a nice tomahawk steak from the butcher. They can only do so much. Where's Russ gone? He's gone again. You can only do so much. Best owner we've had is got to be, sadly, obviously passed away recently, is, bloody hell, why has my brain died? What was his name? Why has it gone?
Mandrick.
Mandrick. Thank God for that. Yeah, he took us up to the promised land from almost on the brink of extinction. Got us there. Brought us players like Prozanecki, Paul Merson, and without that, we wouldn't have had that. Without him, we wouldn't have had our greatest years in the Premier League, and then won that FA Cup in 2008.
Right, thank you, Haz. Daz, I now need you to tell Haz why he's wrong.
You're wrong because you're wrong. The Eisners are head and shoulders above Mandrich, It's really painful actually saying that because I love Mandridge a bit.
You're going to lose saying things
I
like that. You've got to
know.
get into the character.
But that's painful. But yeah, Mandridge is nothing compared to the Eisners. If you look at, okay, maybe Mandridge got us promoted to Premier League, but look at what it did to us in the long run, selling to someone like Guidamac, where you've got the Eisners who wouldn't do that to us. They would make sure that this is their project, this is the family thing. They would never, ever give us up to some gun running, criminal, which then led us to nearly being exterminated. Like the Eisners would never ever do that to us. They're the way forward, and I love them.
Okay, right, and then
I'd,
Daz, why you
I'd,
gone?
you just can't put that on Mandrick. It's not, you can't foresee what a future owner's going to do. It's up to the Premier League and the relevant authorities. If he passes the fit and proper persons test, that's got nothing to do with Milan. He's going to take whoever gives him most money. That's down on the league to decide whether they're good enough or not. It wasn't really him that kind of overspent. He was doing what he wanted to do. He understood the club more than anyone else has. He got Pompey, he got the fans, and that's why he'll forever be loved and why he'll be our best ever owner.
Right, I'm definitely going to give Haz the win there. Just mainly because Daz, you then went, this is too hard to go against Mandrick.
Because it's one of these things. It's like I just feel like not that anyone would clip up our stuff and use it. Do you know what I mean? We're not that famous, but it's just I'm like, oh my god, this is like, it's like if you shouting at a dog. I couldn't do it. Even if you've got to be sort of stern with them. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, give me a cuddle.
Right. So what I'm going to do, because of Haz's obsession with traitors, is you're going to get each a minute for your reasons why, and then you're going to go against the other one. Does that make sense? And then you get another
Okay.
minute. So this time, then again, decide, are you for or against?
I'll let Daz choose this time.
I'll go against then. Go on.
Against, yeah?
Yeah.
So your subject is Southampton are the biggest club in Hampshire.
Go on, Haz, you go first this time.
Right. So Haz, you've got a minute. Get into character. And you got to tell me why you think Southampton are the biggest club in Hampshire.
It's a shame this would have been easy for me.
Yeah, it would. Scummer. Yeah, I think, oh God. Hampshire is and always has been red and white. It's never been blue. The only thing that's blue is the sea. You've got all these porch myths that people invent and make up about various things. We've had Southampton have been in the Premier League the most years out of anyone on the South Coast, and that's, we've been in the Europa League most recently, played in the League Cup final at Wembley, and just bigger club. Think of the players at Southampton have had. You got like Toby Alderweireld, Sadio Mane, players like that have come through and gone to be some of the best players in the world and in the Premier League.
Right, well done. Right, Daz, why is Southampton not the biggest team in Hampshire?
One main reason, and that's trophies in a trophy cabinet. Okay, you may have spent more time in the Premier League, but I'd rather live one day as a lion than a lifetime as a sheep. We did more in the Premier League than they ever did in the amount of years they had. They're famous for losing 9-0 twice, and I was going to say but they're not. And we're famous for our atmosphere, for what we've achieved. That our club is about tradition. If you look at Fratton Park, okay, it's not as big as St Mary's, but it's known worldwide. Our fan base is known all over the country and all over the world. Players like Ronaldinho has sort of commented on us and how good our atmosphere is.
Right,
and
time. Right, why is Daz wrong? Go.
Because all they've got is some smelly bloke with a bell and a hat. We've got P.
Oi,
Diddy
something like
Dawson.
me.
We've got P. Diddy Dawson that can dance to Zombie Nation. So that's the reason we should win.
Okay. Daz, why? This is brilliant. Daz, why is Has wrong?
Well, because obviously it has mentioned about all these players that have gone to Southampton and gone on to like play for bigger clubs. Last time I checked,
I forgot Gareth Bale as well.
Last
You've had
time
your
I
chance.
last time I checked, big clubs weren't stepping stones. So like that's all well and good. Like people saying, "Oh, we've had this player playing for us." So like that's a good trophy for the trophy cabinet. And also that matey that dances, that P. Diddy Dawson, like obviously I'm guessing his front door will be getting smashed in any moment and his hard drive getting taken. They can create all this red wall, they can try and create atmosphere, they can create tifos, which makes Jamie fucking BT look like Sloth from the Goonies, but it will never ever trump us.
Well, I've got to give that to you there, Daz. You put in a great effort.
He did.
You've done better than what I could have done.
That was so painful.
What I loved is with Haz's like trying to be positive about them lot. He never really said anything that was like damning against us.
No.
Like,
He did well.
Yeah.
To be honest.
That was horrific. I feel like I need to go and bleach myself.
Your whole body.
Right. Last one then. 1-1. Who's for and who's against?
I'll go 4.
Go on, I'll go against them, obviously.
Okay. The topic is John Messina.
Yes.
Is the worst manager
No.
ever had. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Let's get this sorted.
Go.
He's a stupid, young, naive twat who is the modern day Kenny Jackett. He needs to look himself in the mirror. He thinks he's the big boy because he managed to win League One in his first season. My nan could have done that. The standard of League One that year was absolutely dog shit. And I want to play possession-based football. Absolute dog shit. Useless manager. Get in the bin.
I'm not sure if that is like real or not. Can't work it out.
Right, Daz. Why is John Messina not the worst manager Pompey ever had?
So for me, he is the best manager. Yeah, John Messina is the best manager. Is it the best manager we've ever had, or best manager? Best manager.
John Messina was the worst manager we've ever had.
Okay, he's nowhere near the worst manager we've ever had. I could reel off loads of names: Richie Barker, Andy Orford, Guy Whitnam. Sorry, boys, I love you, but sorry, you are absolutely horrendous. Ziyech, or whatever his name's. I love you. But John Messina came in, first 2 full seasons, got us promoted as champions, kept us up last season on a shoestring budget, and he looked absolutely fantastic in a quarter zip. And he's the reason I buy quarter zips nowadays. So, like, it's not just his footballing abilities, how he looks, how he carries himself. And what I love is watching him on the sideline, giving the fourth official absolute barrages of abuse, and then offering fucking Frank Lampard down the fucking tunnel.
Brilliant. That was bang on a minute. Brilliant. Right. Why is Daz wrong?
I wasn't really listening, to be honest, because what's the point? He's clearly the worst manager. If you stuck Richie Barker where we were now, he would absolutely be flying way higher than what we're doing. And the same with Orford, Paul Hardyman, get them all in. Kenny Jackett was so far beyond his years. He won us the EFL trophy at Wembley. He had the likes of, Brett Pittman's banging goals. He even got Brett Pittman to sprint. John Messina couldn't do that. So that's it. That's it, really.
Oh my God. This is the greatest thing I've ever thought. Right, well done. Daz, why is Has wrong?
Well, Has just mentioned the likes of Richie Barker, Kenny Jackett, and that lot. Like they couldn't run a fucking bath, let alone run a fucking football team very well. So John Messino is the fucking boy. He will always be the boy. He's going to be with us for God knows how many years. He's going to take us up to the Premier League. And the reason Haz is wrong is because the man is called John fucking Messino.
Well, that we're doing more then in future episodes. I'm going to give it to you, Haz.
Yeah, that's not bad.
To
He's done
someone
well.
who I know loves him so much, you managed to convince me that you hate
Yeah.
him.
That
That's
was,
the point of this.
oh mate, I was so stitched up on both of them.
That's
Oh,
why I always wanted to go. You don't know what topic's coming up, and it's
I,
thrust upon yourself. You know what I mean?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, John.
I
I
enjoyed that.
literally
But
love
I
you.
cannot wait till the next time we lose. I'm clipping that, Haz, and
Yeah.
I'm putting it on. Oh, brilliant. Well done, Haz. Well done, Daz. That was
Well, boys,
very
well, mate.
entertaining. And we are definitely doing that another week.
Yeah, I'm up for that. It was good. I enjoyed that.
Right.
Jesus Christ.
Best time of the week. Go on, Haz.
Oh, I shut it down by accident. Never
Oh,
mind.
Jesus.
That's the end of that.
I
Right.
don't think so. Replay it now. No, I'm joking.
Oh, mate, don't say that, because that irritates me, and I'll punch blokes in the mouth for saying that. Don't.
Right.
What was that?
What the hell was that?
Could you hear it?
Yeah.
Kind of.
It was that Australian politician that said he punches people in the mouth.
Oh, yeah. I see that, yeah.
Oh, mate, don't say that.
Right. Is it an Aussie? Is that a clue?
Maybe.
There's a few of them.
Clue number 1. I became the first player born after the Premier League was formed to start a Premier League match.
So he's born after what, 92? Is it 92?
That ring, yeah. That rings a bell.
So he's the first player after 92 to be a
Play in the
Premier League
Premier
player.
League. Yeah.
How old would he need to be? So,
So he'd be
2002.
33 now. Wow.
So would
More
he
than
been?
likely, his birthday's in December.
Say what started when he was like either 16 or 18. So like say
Let's say 16 would be what, 2008?
I think that's what. Oh no, wouldn't be someone like Jermaine. Not someone like Jermaine Pennant or anything like that.
Nah. He was around, what, 2003, I want to say? He was
Yeah.
around with, like, Henry and Vieira was still it.
So like 2008. So
It could be, unless he was 17, and it might be 2009. So you're probably looking at the 08-09 season.
yeah. Is someone eating crisps, by the way?
I was had to tell my boy to go away because
Is he eating crisps? Is it?
he was listening and trying not to burst out laughing at you two a minute ago. Yes, you. Just, right.
Get the popcorn ready.
Right. Oh, so I reckon it must be the 08-09 season he came about. Who was the youngster then? Like Begovic, is it, or something?
Is that your guess?
I'll go Begovic, yeah, fuck it.
Mark Wilson.
That's a shout.
No.
As you say, now, did he even get a Prem appearance?
No, he did when the season got relegated from the Premier League, wasn't it?
He might have done, yeah.
Because he played. I know he played in the Scummer game when we beat him in the cup. I'm pretty sure he played a couple of games at least.
Clue number 2. I played with Jay Fulton, Ryan Alsop, and Paul Robinson.
That that was that keeper, wasn't it?
Yeah, but not at Pompey.
Did the double save against Oxford. Where was he from? Liverpool?
He was up by Liverpool, wasn't he?
Ryan Alsop.
Paul Robinson obviously could have been Millwall.
Marquis?
He's not playing Premier League, though, is he?
No, God, no.
uh,
I forgot about that part. I was just trying to think of ages.
you got Romero. Is it Romero? He never played in the Premier League, did he? Romeo? Is it Romeo? No.
Oh, he would be 33 now, would he?
I don't know.
There's someone that's 33 now.
So who's Paul Robinson played for? Millwall, AFC Wimbledon, us. But no, he hasn't played for these players. He hadn't played with these players with us, did he? No.
Yeah, he hadn't played. No, yeah. Actually, that's what he said, wasn't it? They hadn't played for us.
Yeah.
So So Robinson is what? Millwall. I think it's just us, Millwall, and Wimbledon, isn't it? Unless he went on loan to someone.
Did he go through Millwall's academy, or did he play?
Yeah. He's from their academy, isn't he?
Not Lee Brown, is it? Not Lee Brown at Wimbledon.
Would have been Premier League, would he? What about someone like Carl Bennett? What about Ender Stevens? He played for Villa, didn't he? Did he get a...
Yeah, true.
I'll go Ender Stevens, just because I know he might have played in the Premier League.
Oh. Who'd got it then? Because that was a lot louder than normal.
It was, wasn't it?
Fucking hell. Ryan Allsop. Ryan Allsop was a Bournemouth. Was he at Bournemouth as well, Ryan Allsop? That's where we got him on loan, wasn't it? When he came in for the 2 worst games ever.
Wickham. He's at Birmingham now, isn't he?
Yeah. I think like David Wheeler at Wickham. No.
I think he's Millwall, which would explain... Maybe it's a Millwall player. Because he was at Millwall. Paul Robinson.
Could it be Ryan Tunnicliffe?
That's a shout. I know, he would 33 now, would he?
Don't
know. Clue number 3. I currently play in the regional top division of my city's birth.
Jesus Christ. Someone who's massively dropped off.
Jesus. That's it.
This is you made this hard. Well done, Ez.
So he's playing obviously non-league. Joe Pigott he's never played Premier League football, has he?
Doubt it, but he might be the right age.
Because he's playing for he's playing for like some local non-league team somewhere. He's just signed for someone.
Is he not abroad?
No, I think he's signed for like not a sub. I don't know if there's some league or something. Like he's basically it's non-league, but I don't know if he's ever played Premier League. Is he?
No, I don't think he has. I'm sure he's literally. Well, I don't know. When was Charlton? Because he did come through the Charlton Academy, didn't he? Were they in the Prem at that point? No, they got relegated before us, didn't they? They've not been back up since then, so... No, he's not been in the Prem.
It's the only one person I can think of, really.
33.
Because Joe Pigott, he must be around 33, surely.
Yeah, I was thinking, well, if you want to go for him, but I'll be shocked if it is.
Just don't think I'm going to really find him. I'm just going to go for it, Joe Pigott. No.
I don't think so. You might have the age right.
Yeah. It was just because, like, Wimbledon, things like that. And because recently I heard about Joe Pigott signing for someone like that. But
I think we might have to concede defeat with this one and get another clue.
Played 5 times for Portsmouth. You've got the age right. Not British.
Not British.
I say he's European.
Gee, I don't know.
5 times.
Yeah, Joe Piggott's playing for Folkestone Invicta.
All right.
Yeah, I just wanted to check that out.
But the annoying thing is the first question really rung a bell. I felt like it probably was said in the news when we signed him about 30 times. Are they a Pompey player? They come through our academy, or?
Yes.
Ah. Play 5 times. Come through our academy. And he's not Bench.
Is it Subotic, or whatever his name is? Was he
Did he play 5 times?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure. Did he play in the Premier League at all? He's Subotic, isn't it? When he like a was he?
I know what you mean.
Was he like a strike? Was he a striker?
Yeah, he was. Yeah. What position are they has?
Left back.
Okay, not him then.
Oh, is he German?
He is.
Oh, he looked class, but I can't remember his name. Was it Lenny Sauer?
Yes, I know.
He looked mental, and he dropped off. Completely dropped off. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember he made his debut, and he thought, "Fuck me, he's going to be a player," and then he just never saw him again. Wow, talk about a player completely forgot about.
I'd just like to put it out there after earlier. John, I love you.
When we lose on Saturday, it's going up, mate. I'm going to clip it. Right. Any other business, boys, or should we let Haz go and watch Traitors?
I'm all good.
Cool.
Come on, Joe Marler, you can do it.
Oh yeah, I love Joe Marler and all.
I tell you what, Joe Marler, he's the biggest guy I think I've ever seen. Like, we've been to watch a couple of Harlequins games, and you could see him. He stands out a mile compared to all the others, and that shows you how big he is.
He's a proper wind-up and all, isn't he?
Yeah,
he is.
Some of his clips are quality.
Right then, good. I hope travelling fans have a safe journey and get there well, and
especially as it's 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah, I didn't know that until my dad said. So I was like, "Oh shit!" I generally thought it was 3:00. So I hope all goes well. I hope Pompey at least come home with a point and a goal. Let's have something to cheer about. For fuck's sake, you know what I mean? Hope you both boys have a good weekend as well, and we'll see you next week with the review of the game. And I think aren't we going to do something like our World Cup squad as it's international break?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll work out which week we're going to do that.
Well, I think it'd be better to do because we ain't going to have any games to preview, are we? So I reckon we should do that first before the England games. Up for that, both of you?
Yes, right.
Yep.
Cool.
Sounds good.
See you next week.